You're welcome once again to the Hangout with your favorite host, Zike Ike Jr. You know how we do it already when we meet like this. It's always about exclusive interviews with your favorite gospel personality. Guess what? Today I'm right here inside Jayana Beauty Academy. And I know by saying that, you have an idea of who I'm hanging out with. Before we proceed with our interview, I'm going to leave you with a motivation. A sport clock is at least correct twice in a day. You know what? Every mistake has an element of correction. Don't let the mistakes you made in the past to limit you from making good use of the opportunities that the future holds. Yes, you made that mistake, but you know what? Make a lesson out of it and keep moving. My name once again is Zike Ike Jr. And today I'm hanging out with Jayana Music. You know what? Watch this video. I'll be right back.
Second, hey!
Danny Beats Classic.
Just love me like you do.
Enjoy.
It's Jayana. Abba. Victoria, Victoria. Hey, victory over my enemies, yeah. Abba. Victory over sickness, so. Hey, victory over poverty, oh. He has taken away my sorrows and my shame, oh. He has given me victory.
All right, so that was a lovely piece of video, and I know you enjoyed that video. That piece is from Jayana Music, and she calls it Victory. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm hanging out with Jayana Music. Is Jayana your real name?
Jayana, yes, is my real name. I picked my initials, if I should say, yeah, and then I put them together to form Jayana. But my real name is Jemima Anoyeboa. Jemima Anoyeboa, yes.
Wow. Jemima Ano. It sounds very nice. Who is Jayana, if I should ask?
Okay, thank you. I would say that Jayana is it's a musician. Jayana is a gospel artist. Jayana is the second daughter of the late Bishop Dr. Anoyeboa. May his gentle soul rest in peace. Jayana was a contestant of a previous show held on GTV called Stars of the Future. Yeah, that's the first season. Yes, so I have been around for quite some time, but because of one or two things, I had to lay back a bit and then.
So if I'm getting right, your dad was a pastor. Wow. Can I say that he influenced your choice of doing music? Because I know as a musician, probably had your own choice as in other genres. Did your dad really influence you into getting into gospel music?
Oh, I wouldn't. I would say no, because as I grew up, I realized that I was gifted musically. I was gifted, and then I also realized that my siblings were also gifted in the same way. All of us can sing. Some that we can sit down, and we sing in parts. We have an alto singer. We have a lead singer, we have everything, we have everything in there. So I realized that I was gifted, and he realized that also, and him being a pastor, as a pastor's daughter, definitely you would gain some training here and there, and I would say that the word of God through him, through his training, has also made me what I am and kept me till date.
How many siblings do you have?
Plus me, we are 5. Yeah, so 5 girls.
Wow, 5 girls.
Yes.
Wow, that's a strong team. And all of them sing?
We all do. One of my siblings, sibling called Duhima, she's also doing quite well in the industry.
Wow, I think I've seen her Duhima. She's doing amazingly well. Actually, you look alike. You look very much alike. Wow.
Anything in common when you see a Duhima and you see, but do you have something?
Oh yeah, your
features that you can say, okay, she's my sister.
Yeah, I think first of all, the appearance counts. Your facial appearance, everything. I think you look alike, and she's doing amazingly well. Let's get a bit into Stars of the Future. What really got you into Stars of the Future?
Okay, thank you. Like I said, as tender as I was, then I realized that I was gifted because way back I remember I used to sing in the Sunday school choir and all that, in the adult choir, and I was singing virtually everywhere, in the bathroom, in school, all my mates then in primary school, JSS then, they all know that I sing. So we're there one day and we saw this advert on TV. It was, I think it was Charterhouse that was organizing that program. So my one of my sisters saw it and she was like, "Hey, Jemima, this is an opportunity for you. Stop worrying us at home and then go and show your skill and all that." So I was like, "Okay, just let me go." But then the first time I went for the audition, I didn't tell my dad. That's a secret.
Why?
Revealing the secret. I didn't tell my dad because my dad was so strict. He wouldn't allow me. He wouldn't allow me to go. And I also wanted to, just go and then test the waters and see if I really had something in me.
Wait, so I'm not trying to cut you. Does it mean your dad didn't really want you to do music? Because you said your dad wouldn't allow you.
No, okay. The thing is, he wanted me to do music in church, but not outside church, because he was always saying that it's crazy out there. The world is a crazy world, and since we are all girls, and he's also in the ministry, and then later on you're doing something else and it will end up tarnishing his reputation and his image. So he always tried to keep us in the church. But here is the case that I've been doing church, but at that point I felt that was not enough for me. I had to go the extra mile or go to the next level. So we decided that, okay, just let me go, let me see what happens, and then we'll come home quietly and then discuss it. So I went for the first audition and I was home. Usually when you go, they'll call you, they'll tell you to go home, and then they'll call you if you're going for the next level. So I got home, I was there that evening, and the call came and they were like, "Okay, you have graduated, you're going to the next level." And it kept happening like that. I went to the next level, then we got to the final.
So does it mean during those levels still he wasn't aware? Wow. Then you are secretive.
I'm not secretive. I mean, we the girls, we have our thing. We knew that what I was doing wasn't bad. We knew that it wasn't bad, and we knew that he would like it at the end of the day. Just that we needed to prove a point. Sure. We needed to prove that, because when you don't really have any information for him and you're going like, okay, they are doing this thing outside and you want to go, he would chip in a few words, and that would just stop everything. So we just wanted a concrete, something like good news to give him before, we know that he would agree, because he was a very difficult and strict man. So when it got to the middle somewhere, yes, at that point we had to tell him. There was no way we could just walk in there like that, so we informed him then that, oh, this is what we've been doing, but we've not told him and all that. And he was like, okay, since we've gotten to this level, let's continue. He was a bit disappointed, yeah, but I mean, he agreed at the end of the day, and then it continued like that till the finals. And the finals, he was there. Wow. He was there to support. Yes, yeah, he was there to support.
So how was your experience with Stars of the Future? Because you were saying that you used to sing in a church, so stepping outside to the corporate world, how was the feeling like being on Stars of the Future? How was the feeling like?
Oh, I would say that it was a balanced feeling. Yeah, at the beginning it was okay, because they gave us the chance to do our own songs. So for me, it was gospel, until it got to a point that everything changed, because the whole idea was to make us, or to give us diversity. Like, we needed to learn other stuff, high life. So it wasn't just about gospel, because they wanted to train us to be able to, just do everything. As a musician, you're supposed to get all the right. So we did high life, we did reggae, we did gospel, we did inspirational songs, we did everything. So I would say that through that experience, I also gained some knowledge. So right now, if you say I should do something that is not gospel, that is like reggae or something, I can do that because of the training.
All right, Jayana, I learned you went on a break. Yeah, you went on a break for some time and you came back. What really made you to go on a break? Because from Stars of the Future, you were doing amazingly well. So why the break?
Okay. A lot of people do not know the story, but after Stars of the Future, I released an album called Eradi Eniwameso back then, and I had a few people supporting. I had one gentleman from my father's church who I would say was the executive producer of the album. But, I realized that there was a lot of work involved when it comes to the industry, and then the music promotion and all that, but because back then I wasn't well informed and I had little knowledge about the industry, it felt some way. And then also the people that were supporting me did not really have ample knowledge about the industry. So it got a bit difficult, when you had to like pull strings here and there, tell them to do this, because everything involving music is money. If you don't have money, you're going nowhere. And I realized that. So it got to a point, that's the truth. It got to a point like they all got tired, because they had to they had to push money, or they were like pushing money all the time, and there was not enough, how do I put it? There were not enough people on the team to make sure that things were going right. So this person got tired, that person got tired. I also got tired, and I was like, okay, why don't I go back to school? Why don't I go back to learn more about the music, so that I can just come back again with full force. So that was what I did. I went back to school. I also went back to establish myself in business. I have right now, and I have a very big business called Jayana Beauty Salon and Academy, which is located at Domi Pillar 2, and I also have a spa which is also located at Domi Pillar 2. And what I do is I train people in the makeup industry, in the beauty industry. Yes, so I have that right now, and I would say that I have some small, supports. Now that I am back into the music, at least I know that I can use that to support myself here and there,
Wow. But let me ask, don't you think that going on that break, it really affected you, or you strategized, or you made plans for that break? And how long was the break?
Oh, okay. The break has been quite. It's been long, I would say. Yeah, it's been very long, because Stars of the Future was happened in 2006. 2007, thereabouts. Yes, and honestly, for me, I would say that Jayana is all about class. Jayana is all about good stuff. Now everybody is trying to push. The game is there. If you don't have knowledge, if you're not as fast as this thing, you would just fall out like that. And it's better for you to gain knowledge, for you to get more finances to support whatever that you're doing, than say, "Ebi abeye ni biara biara," you know. And that was what I was doing then. I felt like, okay, just let me test and then see what's happening. But right now that I'm back, I thank God that when I decided to come back into the industry, that was when I also met Joyce Blessing, and now I'm signed to Dave Joy Production, you know. So it's now things are different. It's not just about me doing my own thing, but you know, I have people working, I have my team with me and all that.
At what point did you meet Joyce Blessing?
Okay, Joyce Blessing has been one of the musicians that I like in Ghana. You know, I just love the way she ministers. I love her stage performance. I mean, I love everything about her. And you know, most of the times, like when I hear her events on TV, like her adverts and stuff, sometimes I just go and then I buy tickets. I just go and then sit somewhere and watch her perform. But there was this time when I heard an announcement on TV. I heard that it was her birthday and she was going to do some donation at a Cropon for the School for the Blind. Yes, so at that point I decided that, okay, let me just also try and then see if I can get some stuff and then maybe go and also help with the donation. So it was that time. That was when like I met Joyce Blessing at Ekropon. So we talked for a while. I told her what I wanted to do, what I have been doing, but because of one or two things, I just decided to like hold on. But that was last year. I told her that I wanted to come into the music industry again, and I also wanted to continue what my dad had been doing. He was preaching the word. I wanted to sing the word. So I told her, we talked for a while, but she had a tour or something in US, so she had to go back. But we're still chatting. We exchanged contact and we were chatting. So honestly, at that point I had given up because I knew that a lot of people were knocking on her door for such favors, you know. So I just decided to just let go and just continue praying till my season or my time will come. So I was there one time and I had a call and I picked it up and it was her. She was like, hello, you know, this is Joyce Blessing, and I've written a song down, so I want us to go to a studio and then record. So I quickly, like I was screaming everywhere, and the next day I picked up my stuff. I went to the studio. That's Danny Beats studio, and she gave me the lyrics. I also added a few touches to it, and then it was recorded. So that was how come we have Victory, yeah, the single Victory.
So does it mean Joyce wrote Victory?
Yes, she did. She wrote Victory. Yeah.
Wow, I love that song. It's a lovely piece. Victory. It's a very lovely piece. Let me ask. Those times, your style of music, it wasn't contemporary, right? Or it was contemporary music that you were doing. The Erade, Eniwomesono. I think it wasn't contemporary, right? Or was it?
No, it wasn't. Radini Wamiso was more like on the local, you know, yeah, side. It wasn't that contemporary. I would say that the Victory is more contemporary than the previous, yeah.
Okay, I'm asking this because coming back after that break and meeting a new contemporary style, was it not a bit difficult for you? Or how did you receive that contemporary style of music?
Okay, so like I said, my previous album was more on the local, you know, kind of way, but you know, because of the experience I had during Stars of the Future, so it made me versatile. So Charlie, I got my swag on, you know, I can do it. If you listen to the Victory song, you realize that like it was a bomb. I nailed it.
You nailed it. It's true, and I really like Victory. I'll keep saying it over and over again. Victory is a very nice piece. How has the experience been like as an artist under Dave Joy Records?
Okay, I would say this is my first time of being signed onto a production, house, and it's been amazing. It's been good. If you come and meet us right now, we virtually live like a family. It's an awesome experience out there. Joy's blessing is such a blessing, I'd say. A lot of people see her outside and they're like, she's strong, she's wild, but she's so cool, and she's always like ready to help other people. That's one thing about Joy's blessing. She's always like giving out what even couple like say okay tebi bikwana bisana should give it out. That's how she is, until snack of who say or your ding or your kente, and this Accra. And at the end of the day, I'll say showbiz. You understand? Yeah.
Has Joy's blessing influenced your style of music?
No, Joy's blessing has her own way of doing things. For me, I would say Afina maybe D. I think I'm just some months, I would say, in the industry. So a lot of people do not really know what I'm about because I only have just one single out. As they keep following me, as they keep listening to me, they'll realize that okay, Jayana can do this, she can do that. But we are two separate artists, two different people on the same label, but we are two different. Mm-hmm.
But I think performance-wise, you seem to have a bit of similarity with Joyce. That is when it comes to performance-wise, because I've gotten the opportunity to watch a couple of your videos together on stage, and I think you two share some similarities.
It's because most of the times when we have a show, we rehearse together. We rehearse our dance moves together, the way we're going to act and, do on stage. We usually do it together. That's why maybe you see some similarities between us. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So I've been hanging out with Jayana music. I'm enjoying myself. You know how we do it? Hang out with your favorite gospel personality. Today, I'm right here inside Jayana Beauty Academy. All right, Jayana, let's go a bit into music and business. Aside music, I know you also do a bit of business. How do you create a balance between your business life and your music life?
Okay, for me, I would always say that I thank God so much because it is not easy juggling between the two. Doing business as a CEO of Jayana Beauty Salon and Academy, and then also doing music. It's not an easy task at all, but I thank God so much that I remember a prayer that I prayed some time back that God should bring me help. God should bring down like help, divine favor. God should bring me, helpers, and it's been an amazing journey. When I started the music thing, I have had a lot of people supporting me on the side. I have my PA there keeping me on time, my interviews, a lot of stuff she does for me. And then when it comes to the business side, I have my workers on time, making sure that our clients never lack and all that. So I thank God that Yahweh has listened to my prayer, and I give him all the glory for that. Mm-hmm.
So moving on, how do you see yourself in the industry in the future? How do you see yourself in a couple of years to come?
For me, thanks be to God. It is not to my glory, but to Him. For me, I see myself as a global artist. I'm not looking at just doing local like a quenchi what kind of gospel there be. I'm just looking at taking the gospel global, because a lot of people need to get the message. A lot of people, I'm sure, said there are some parts of this world be they don't even know anything about Christ. They don't even know anything about Jesus. They've never heard about it. But I'm sure that with God's help, in Kwatintin in here, we just pray that God will give us more life, to do His work. But for Jayana, I see myself going global. Yeah.
Jayana, do you see music as a business?
For me personally, I don't see music as a business. For me, my duty and my responsibility is to spread the word of God, to spread the message to the world, to spread Jesus and Christ to the children of God. But when I would say when an investor is being introduced, there was one thing, and I always say this, there was one thing that I noticed about Ghanaians, or about, let's say, some of the churches. When you are an artist, even when you have a gift and you are not well known, will be in few. When you with TV so, and I who say, okay, Jayana is doing this thing back to back. She's on TV, she's on radio, she's this, she's that, she's looking fine, she's looking good, her brand is like this, is on top, and all that. Even when Senyanko if you crapo de achede crapo abema crapo say can wasem din wa dance crapo ni who with TV so be a cram fell. Your fell crampo the reception crapo at the bema on crapo is heartbreaking. I have experienced something like that. It's heartbreaking. I realized that when, like I said, when I was doing my thing before, it was good. The talent, everybody was telling me, and I know, I don't even need anybody to tell me that I'm gifted, I have the talent. You go to a church and, they will, and I'll be, Osofo na say PO say hwan na ofrɛ so o kan so a say bra na be minister wa church no e be be pon asɔre kwapo na nipa no kwapo, she's nowhere to be found. The minister is nowhere to be found. But I realized that from the point that I joined the production house, will be managing me, everything is on point. You have to talk to my manager, you have to talk to my PA, everything was like well organized and planned. Things like were falling in place. And then you ask yourself, nipa na or manage you no, or kofa can when or they manage you. Because when whom with TV so I say be a Jayana with TV so and kanya dia be invited me crampo say be what me din kwapo. There was this church that I visited to go and minister, and my manager was talking to another pastor in that church, and he was like, who is Jayana? Meaning no, mean ti din kwapo. But the moment he realized that, okay, victory is there, he called my manager. Oh, okay, so this girl is good. See, let her come to my church, let her come and sing. So I was like, oh, okay. So that means that you cannot do the work alone. Even though you have the gift, even though God has gifted you with all the voice and all the parts and everything, if when you be a manager, fasika and show more, then you're going nowhere. That is when the business aspect comes in, because nipa na ono o invest in sika no ko first sika no when no invest wo nipa no ko first sika, and he has to reap it. He coming has nothing to do with spirituality. No, he's coming with a business mind. And it's like 50-50. You bring your gift, he brings his resources together, you push whatever that you have. But ekobani say won kwa bra obetu nyuma akosi yesu ba befa ne mafia asasi so hasen mako no obi akra po onimu obetu nyuma akra say on, and it's true. So I think there is high time we look at it like that and respect the gift that we have. We have to value the gift that we have. There are so many churches people are there. They are workers. They are voluntary workers, but more workers, and they pay them.
Looks like you are talking from experience. For how long have you been enduring some of these pertinent issues about church not paying artists and all that? Have you had some personal experience?
Oh, yeah, I would say that it happened way back when I released my album, my first album. Yeah, it happened. It happened to me, and now, dear, I think things are better because now I'm signed onto a record label. So before you even talk to me, you have to go through my manager. You have to go through my PA before you get to me. So it's now I would say it's better. Yeah.
All right, let me hit on another critical issue pertaining to artists. Do you think the mainstream artists are doing enough to help upcoming artists in Ghana?
Oh, honestly, upcoming artists, yeah. Honestly, yeah, yeah, do the just in Yamibem, cause one bemwa enye, cause there are a lot of artists, upcoming artists are almost struggle to get there. Like I would say even when it comes to awards, there are not enough award schemes and as a award events no more support the upcoming because for you to be able to fight and then get to that your peak season, it is not easy, but anka at least anka say awards be more I appreciate the upcoming artists. Nancy, I think last year I said there are a few ones up. What's the name? I think
Kingdom Honest Awards is one.
okay, is one of them I was nominated on one. I've forgotten the name. Yeah, but last year who say it be a poppy up, which I think say it's a good initiative. And you know if those things can come up more for the upcoming because it is not easy for you to get there, and sometimes you encourage yourself, but it gets to a point. Encouragement, is you know, and you need people to, you know, other people with bigger experiences to help you get there. There's so many people out there or more talent, they are gifted, they can write songs, but you know, to be brave and your money lyrics now she show musumi till today. And until say you investors and until say especially the gospel artists no will recognize say gift no more no, they need to value and cherish it now. Won't get nowhere. About flowers, video shoots, what I say. So they need to, you need to look at it critically. Yeah.
What advice can you give the mainstream artist, or what will you suggest the mainstream artists, thus those who have made it up there? What suggestion can you make for them to help up and coming artists? What do you think they can do to help out?
Okay. I think I would use Joyce Blessing as an example. What she's doing for me, I was there and then I stopped and now you know I'm in, and what she does is amazing. You know, anytime she's going for an event, on Jameho, she would go like, okay, Jayana, I have an event here. Are you willing to go? Do you have plan? Let me know your schedule so that we go together. And if you check her videos, almost all her events, big platforms, per muka, you know, worship concerts, and almost all events be okubiano, menena na eko. Into other like in Pinfone woman can also follow suit, and I think say it will be a great way, you know, it be a collaborations near their upcoming phono near the so it be a numping phone no more collaboration near the ebeboa we pray but no interest say obia keke konakofa obia keke because e binu so so ho ma upcoming for no nyokra ni nyankopɔ anim bi nso so ye boni aye pa kwakofa ni na chese problem nko a no I would also encourage or advise in painful ne say oh if they have to support, they should support, but at least uko conso no amaweni ada ho, you know. Yeah,
I've been hanging out with Jayana Music, and we currently at Jayana Beauty Academy. If you need a makeup for any event, you can just hook up with Jayana Beauty Salon or Academy, and trust me, you're going to have value for your money. Are you bringing something out? Because I saw something on Instagram. Are you working on a new project?
Oh yes, I'm working on my beautiful project, and it'll be released soon. So I'm praying that my fans and Ghana for should watch out for that. Yeah.
How soon is it coming out, or how long should we wait for it?
Oh, once I grow the both fiance so they make no this is just chill and then pray for me. That's the most important thing that I need. I need their support and then I need their prayers. They should keep following and then subscribing and watching my videos. Yeah.
What are your few last words?
Okay. One thing that I want to tell anybody that is watching me right now, if you are an upcoming artist, I pray that you don't stop dreaming, keep pushing, and then keep praying. One thing that I know is that when it's your time, it's your time, and when it's your season, it's your season. So in your time, we push, nothing would happen. But when the right time comes, you won't have to hustle, you won't have to, do anything. Most everything will fall in place. So do not give up. Just keep focused and keep praying.
Jayana, what are your social media handles?
Okay, my social media handles are Jayana Music. It's on Facebook, it's on Twitter, it's on Instagram. So please go and then follow me. Follow me on all the social media handles that I've mentioned. And then also, if you want to download my song Victory, you can find it on YouTube. Go and then subscribe. Go and then follow. Go and then listen to it, and you will be blessed.
All right, so follow Jayana and you will be blessed. Guys, let's support Jayana Music and let's keep supporting our very own. All right, so my name is Ike Jr. and this was a lovely edition of the Hangout with me, your host Ike Jr. Today was a very nice time with Jayana Music. I know you enjoyed our interview. Okay, so until we meet same time again, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Gospel to Me. Gospel to Me, and trust me, you will love every update that we provide out there. All right, so God be with you. Catch you same time again. Bye bye.